My boyfriend says I ruined our relationship because of my period. I, 23 female, and my boyfriend, 30 male, have been dating for 2 years. We don't live together because I don't want to live with his roommates, and I won't let him move into my house because I live in a small studio behind my landlord's house. The space isn't just big enough. I was the only girl in my house growing up with 5 brothers. I know men don't like to know about this stuff. My dad and brothers always made me throw my woman things in the outside trash, and I was never allowed to talk about it. Welcome everyone to Tea with Tokwase. Here we bring you the hottest tea from across the internet, from YouTube, TikTok, Reddit, and sometimes a dash of X. If that sounds like a vibe, please subscribe, and if you like this video, send it to your friend. Today we're going to be giving you relationship advice for 2 stories. So sit tight, get your popcorn, and let's get back into it. When I know I'm going to be with my boyfriend, or if I am at work or in public, I use a disc. By the way, for those who don't know, this is a menstrual disc. It can be reusable, or you can get the disposable ones, and it is quite similar to menstrual cup. Many women prefer this because it is eco-friendly and it prevents leaks, and most importantly, it is cheaper than buying menstrual pads and tampons in the long run. They work okay for short periods of time for me, but at night when I know I'm going to be alone, I will use those disposable underwear. I don't worry about tossing around at night and leaking. I don't have to think about getting toxic shock syndrome, and honestly, I cramp less. But they look like a diaper and I know it's not sexy. Babe, just use whatever you want. Having period on its own is already an annoying experience, so use whatever makes you comfortable. Yeah, in your house, for crying out loud. My boyfriend had a weekend trip to Vegas planned, and he planned to leave on Friday and come back on Monday. I was on my period and I knew he would be out of town, so I decided to sleep comfortably. Something happened on the trip and they ended up coming back late Sunday instead of Monday. He decided not to tell me because he wanted to surprise me. So I went to bed Sunday night around 9, like always. At some point in the middle of the night, he slipped into bed with me. When he got into bed, he felt the period underwear and freaked out. So why are you freaking out? Yeah, a 30-year-old man. You should not be scared of small blood. Small period should not be freaking you out. He said I was gross for just laying there in the blood. I got up, took a shower, and changed into a disc. When I laid back down, he just ignored me and went to sleep. All this ignoring people. You came into my house. I was sleeping in peace. Sir, why do you want to come here and add to her stress? You came into her house, she was sleeping. She's comfortable. You don't know the stress that comes with being on your period. You don't even know she's the kind of person that cramps. Well, actually, she said she cramps less. That means she usually cramps. If you want to be ignoring her, just go back to your house and ignore her from there so that she can sleep properly. She doesn't need to be catering and taking care of you while she's on her period. Yeah, 30 years old, so don't forget. Yeah, old. They are too old for this behavior. I went to work and didn't hear from him on Monday. Tuesday afternoon, he came over to talk and said when he thinks about me, all he can see is a child wearing a diaper. Ha. Oga, how is it that 2 years in this relationship, you don't know what she uses on her period? He asked if I use them, and I said of course not, but he says he doesn't believe me, that I'm a horrible girlfriend for hiding this fetish from him. So the proximity between childbearing diaper and fetish are too close in this paragraph. It shouldn't be in the same paragraph. This is weird. That he's wasted all this time and energy on our relationship. I tried to explain why I use them when he's not around and that I know they aren't attractive. That I'll stop using them altogether because I love him and I don't want to ruin our relationship. He said he will think about it, but he wants me to talk to my doctor about getting on a different birth control so I don't have my period at all, because now the thought of me having one grosses him out. So I think This is ridiculous because didn't you know that women menstruate? You're dating a woman, Abi, you want to go and date a man because any relationship you go to after this one, you're 30 years old. Any relationship you go to after this one, you're still going to go and meet a woman. And only if you're going to go and meet a woman that is post menopause, then you know that okay, she's not going to have a period. This is just ridiculous. So you're 30 years old. You're too big for this. Okay, back to the story. I told him I don't want to change birth controls. So now he's saying I'm an asshole for not being willing to do something so simple to make him feel better. Stop being a baby, please. Do you know birth control is not something so simple? Any birth control you want to use that's going to stop you from menstruating will most likely be a hormonal one. And hormones in additional hormones in any woman's body it's not going to be easy for her system. Just say something so simple. I told him I needed a few days to get a hold of my doctor. I have an appointment on Friday. Am I the asshole if I decide not to change my birth control? No, we are not. What is this? This is even a no-brainer. I don't think I've seen such an easy not the a-hole. Anyway, continuing the story. Some people messaged me, and during those conversations, a few more things have connected, and yeah, I'm going to break up with him. Thank God. There are other things he's done that I didn't think were problems, and they are. Thank you for helping me. Thank God you had those conversations with those people because, yeah, she sounds like a people pleaser. Because how will you see this kind of conversation as being normal? Okay, anyway, most times when you're in the situation, you don't really notice some of these things. So, last update. I took the little bit of stuff he had here to his apartment while he was at work. I met with him after he got off work and told him I wasn't going to change birth controls. And after thinking about his reaction and a few other conversations we've had, I had no interest in being with him anymore. He threw a tantrum. Oh, no surprises there. Saying I'm never going to find someone who loves me like him and a lot of other gross things I don't want to repeat. So I'll grow up, please. When I got home, I thanked my landlord for telling me to post here and told her what the outcome was. Just so everyone isn't worried, you have to go through a gate with a code to get to where my studio is. I've changed my access code so he can't get in, and I gave the night security his car information and a photo just to be safe. There are so many comments, I can't respond to all of them. Thank you for all your advice, not only about this situation, but many of you commented about my upbringing and that there are some things I need to walk through. I'm going to do that. Thanks for everything. You're welcome, babe. You are welcome. So, of course, my own comment on this is I'm happy the relationship ended. And he's throwing a tantrum. She is 23. He is 30. He is the one throwing a tantrum and being so unreasonable and asking her to change her birth control because he doesn't want to see period. Like he does not know that periods exist. Did he skip class when we were teaching that day? Anyway, let's see the comments. First comment. LOL. Leave. Does he know girls poo too? Well, I'm sure he'll be shocked to hear that the girls poo too. Another comment. God knows what will happen if he realizes they also fat. OP would be better served replacing that boyfriend with an actual man who understands and is accepting of bodily functions. Like, man here, this guy is an ignorant douche. So are your dad and brothers. Yeah, periods aren't pretty or fun, but they are a natural thing that simply needs to be taken care of. Whatever way it's comfortable with you, it shouldn't be embarrassing. Good luck finding somebody who is educated and empathetic. Yeah, what do you guys think about this story? It's quite a strange one, especially for somebody that is 30 years old. Yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and please do me a quick favor, check to see if you've subscribed. If you haven't, please do, and share the story to a friend if you think they'll like it. Yeah, heading over to the next story. Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend that it's not a good look to wear her bonnet in public? Okay, let's get into this. I, 22 male, have been dating my girlfriend Trinity, 22 female, for about a year now. We met in college and have been dating ever since then. For context, I am a white male and she is mixed with African American and Native American. On to the problem. My girlfriend's hair is super thick and curly, and she often wears it in a huge afro or will add extensions every couple of months. She spent hours on perfecting it and has so many hair products. I don't even know how she can differentiate what she needs. I've come with her to beauty store a couple of times and was overwhelmed by how many products she needs in one run, often costing around $200. Yeah, sounds right, or more depending on what she needs. I personally only use a bottle of shampoo, conditioner, and maybe pomade on occasion. Yesterday, she ran out of hair for her extensions, braids, and needed to go on a quick run in order to get more. She put on some comfy clothes and her hair and her bonnet and told me she'd only be out for max 20 minutes or so since the store isn't that far away. Here is where I might be the asshole. No, you didn't, sir. No, you did not. This is so funny. Okay. I told her to leave her bonnet here since she's only going to be gone for a couple of minutes. When she asked why, I told her that she looked kind of unput together with her bonnet and should wear something like a hat instead. Well, thank you for your comment and thank you for your suggestion, but how about you mind your business? She then explained that it was to protect her hair and the progress she made, but I don't understand why something like a baseball cap couldn't do the same thing since it protects mine. She huffed and said that it's not the same thing and to worry about myself before telling her what is considered put together or not. Sir, you don't shit for church. You don't shit for church. And you're still arguing. Like, if you stopped at the point where you told her and she said, okay, this is why I'm putting it on, which she doesn't even need to tell you why because it's not your business. You don't fuck up. She came back around 30 minutes later and continued her hair. I tried to talk to her, but she gave me the cold shoulder and said that she was focusing. I kind of got frustrated and told her that she was getting upset over nothing. She then told me that she then told me to get out and told me that I have no business in telling her what she can get upset over. She hasn't talked to me since then, but she's posted on social media of her extensions. I tried to call her, but she didn't answer. I think she's blowing everything out of proportion. It's literally just a bonnet. Okay. She could have won something else. Am I the asshole? Sir, short answer is yes. Long answer, yes, you are the a-hole. I can't wait to see the comments. But I think there's just so much to unpack. Before we go into, he has an edit. And we also have the comments. So let me just unpack some of the things that I've noticed here. As someone that uses a bonnet, someone that also makes her hair by herself, and a black woman, basically. And the only reason why I'm going to unpack this thing with kids' gloves is because he's 22 years old. So I'm still giving him the benefits of the doubt. He needs to grow up more. Like he's still young, basically, what I'm trying to say. So, for context, I grew up in Nigeria. I am Nigerian. I only came to the UK for my master's degree, and I've been working here ever since. But so my experience is going to be different, obviously, from a different black person that grew up in Nigeria, and more so different from a black American, because in Nigeria I was always the majority. I've never a minority in Nigeria, so I don't really see a lot of microaggressions and all the racism. I never experienced that, so my experience will be different from a black American. That being said, if you decide to date somebody that is not in your race, it is your responsibility to do the research, to go and figure out the history of that particular race. If you actually say you love this person. But it's even more important to do that research if you are dating a race that has a long history of oppression and are still fighting their way out of the oppression now. Why do you care so much what she wears? Like, how is your, even regardless of the race, why do you care so much? You were putting on the baseball hat. She didn't ask you, put it on or don't put it on. She didn't concern herself with that because it's none of her business. So why do you see the need to police what she's wearing? That's number 2. Number 3, if you have braids on, especially when your hair, you've not finished making your hair, because I make my hair myself as well. If you have braids on, it is very, very unlikely for a baseball hat to fit on your head. Very, very unlikely. So that wouldn't have worked. And even if it had worked, what is the difference between a baseball hat and a bonnet? Are they not still head covering? Why do you think one is more put together and the other is less put together? I don't want to accuse you of being racist adjacent or racist, but you have to check yourself, and you have a lot of research to do. So let's read the comments. The first one, ooh, you're the a-hole, you're the a-hole, you're the a-hole, you're the a-hole. First off, no, she can't wear something else. Bonnets are literally designed to protect black hair in a way that other caps cannot. But besides that, how on earth is it your business what she wears out and about? Hell, if she wanted to go out in a bikini or in a grey smock, it's none of your business if you think she looks put together or not. Jesus Christ. Second comment. So, a response to that comment from the OP. Whoa, I don't think I'm being racist at all. I love my girlfriend, her culture, her hair, everything about her. I just didn't think it's something that should be worn outside the house since she wears it to sleep all of the time. It's like wearing pajamas pants outside to me. If I am, then I will definitely apologize, but that was just my understanding. Plus, she hasn't worn her bonnet outside of the house ever besides this one time, and she's not the kind of person to wear pajama pants or anything outside of the house either. I just didn't think it was that big of a deal to tell her what I thought. But once again, if I'm wrong, then how can I make it up to her? I do think that me being frustrated with her is wrong, and I tried to call her and talk to her about it. So, edit. I didn't realize that I was being racist. I did not mean any harm to her whatsoever, and I really want to make it up to her. I feel like a moron for even saying anything about it, and I overstepped. I do not have the right to say anything about her appearance at all, and I wasn't trying to be controlling either. I really do want to make it up with her, regardless if we are together or not by the end of this. So the OP responds again to another comment. I love my girlfriend dearly. I love everything about her, her culture, her hobbies, everything. I did not mean to hurt her whatsoever. Please let me know what I can do. A comment responding to what OP just said. You're all over the thread asking what to do. Talk to her, apologize, and learn more about what she does to take care of her hair and participate in her culture, as people have said several times by now, dude. And then OP responds, I will. I'm going to call her and apologize. I don't know if she wants to see me right now, but I am going to. I want to make this right. She is the woman I want to marry someday, and it wasn't right for me to do that to her. I feel disgusted with myself. And then another response to that from somebody else. Yeah, if you want to have kids with this woman, you really, really need to step up. I say this with zero malice. At your stage of understanding Black and Native culture, you will not be able to adequately be there for your kids. Figure your shit out now. Source, have a white dad and a Native mother. he's saying source like he's writing in the paper. OP edit 2. Thank you for your comments. I realized that I had my head up my ass and I plan on educating myself regardless if we end up breaking up or not. I'm going to the shop she goes to tomorrow to pick up some of the hair product that she uses so that she has more of it, and I will be able to, and I'll personally apologize to her. I really did not know that hair was part of her culture, as she hasn't really brought it up before, but now I know. I'm going to try and do better personally and talk to some of my African American friends about their culture as well to get a better understanding of it. I love her so much. I did not mean to hurt her like that. Thank you for helping me understand better. Um, does he once again get like 1,000 bottles of shea butter, like shea butter bouquet, to apologize? But yeah, I will advise you to do some research on your own first before you go to the African American friends, because you don't want to go there with blank head and then you sound actually racist. So yeah, I think it's better for you to do your research first, and then any other thing that you're not sure about, you can then ask questions. Then it doesn't sound like the obvious, you don't know the obvious things um about the culture. So I would like to see your comment. I would like to hear from you. What do you think about this situation? Is he actually racist? Do you agree with? By the way, the verdict was asshole for this one. So do you agree with the verdict of him being an asshole? Are they too stern with him? Or is there any nuance that I'm not seeing? So with that, I think this is the end for today. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.